you have to be kind with your punishment as well. Like you have to say something affirming to that child to be effective. And
Bo,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
wouldn't that what isn't that kind of the mom's fault that she only calls the dad when she wants him to discipline him? Which is what happens to a lot of dads who don't have that are active but don't live in the home. It's if you don't do this, I'm gonna call your daddy. If you do that, I'm gonna call your dad, or I'm gonna see you to your dad's house. Like the mom turns the father into like a bad thing. He's a boogeyman.
The
Only
tool
time
of
the kid,
discipline.
everything that kid associates with his father is discipline, strictness, punishment, no fun, being grounded, or getting a whooping. And that's what a lot of parents, or that's what a lot of moms don't take into consideration when they treat their kids, when they do that with their children.
And hey, I know OG want to go in, but yo, sis, that is kind of what she said. Like, and that is the mentality of a lot of mothers today, right? Like, if you're not there to celebrate the good things, you don't have a right to discipline my child. I listen. I went to VV. Mr. McGee was not there to celebrate my birthdays. Mr. McGee was not there to cheer me on when I got all A's and 4 B's in 7th grade. But guess what? If I was out of line, I got my ass whooped before I left VV, motherfucking before I touched the block, and by the time I got home. And that's before my grandma pulled up. That's 4 ass whoopings. That's what these seeds are missing. And we live in this the thing that drives me crazy. Oh, JR. This the thing that drives me crazy, right?
No, bro.
My God, just really quick. But this the thing that drives me crazy. We are living with the reality. I came in here and I said, what? If we don't, we'll have a race of babies that hate the ladies that make the babies. We living with that and we still make excuses. Right?
But don't we have the opportunity to literally change that? What you just said was that there were 4 people lined up for an ass whooping. I'm not saying it's anybody's responsibility, but it's almost like this. When you send out those invitations to that preschool graduation, why weren't those same people lined up for that preschool graduation? And that's all I'm asking. I'm asking, why were you so excited to drive to somebody's house to whoop a child but not celebrate that child?
No, sis. We in a village. Those people were working, right? But because your child is my child, is your child is my child, if they had opportunity, yeah, they'll show up. But here's the thing, because I think you're a millennial. She's not. She's Z. Oh, okay. And this is happening.
I don't know why y'all are saying that. I'm not Gen Z.
No.
You're not Gen Z?
I'm going mute.
Oh, she's a younger millennial. Okay.
I know. I'm going to mute really quick. This is what I'm saying, right? Because I challenge my generation. I'm Gen X. I'm 51. I'll be 52 in August. Right?
55.
Right? And so I'm saying this on us.
59.
That we see, man, get out of here, JR. JR, hey, shout out. Hey, my brother just celebrated his birthday too. Y'all, please. Please
happy belated.
Please send a super chat and a cash out for my brother JR.
Hey, Bo, real quick, Bo.
That made it out for the low end, man. Shout out to you, JR, for real.
Hey, Rilla. Hey, Bougie. They did point out something. It's been a couple panels where you claim to be Gen Z.
I've always said I'm 29.
Because that was what my rebuttal was about to be. But then 2 people in the chat said it. So I know I'm not tripping.
I've always said I'm 29 years
old.
I
think you're a millennial though.
Gen Z started in 1997. I've always said I'm 29.
No, you're a millennial. I think I'm a millennial. I'm 93.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
But you younger millennial. But what I'm saying is, you didn't.
Like
go ahead. My bad, Beeman. Go ahead, Willie.
Like you on the cusp of being a Gen Z.
Yeah,
like the last millennial.
I'm the very last year of millennial.
So that's why.
Correction. 1965 to 1980. I pushed it in the back check. That is Gen X. Gen Y, 1981 to 1996. That is Gen Y. 1997 to 2012. That is Gen Z. Just to be clear, if no one's familiar with that.
Yes.
So let's rearrange. So anyone born in 1970 and past, you are Gen Z.
So wait, am I a goddamn millennial or Gen Y? Like,
millennial is Gen Y.
Gen Y is millennial.
Yeah.
All right,
Gen Y is
so
millennial.
fucking alphabet. I get it.
Hey, chill, Will lost. I don't know what I am.
I was looking at it too. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Gen Y.
Just to make that clear, and that's where a lot of confusion. That's where a lot of the confusion comes in from, because again, we don't know where we are, and then because sometimes we don't know where we are, we don't know to where to associate what standards and behaviors came from. So that's pretty much how you look at it. You have to know where you are. But then again, also just to address one thing here, when we talk about the village or so, at the same time, there may be a village, but there's still the parents, right? So regardless of what the village may have to say, it is the parents' fault if that child does not have a level of respect for either parent or anybody else, because that's where it starts with. From the time that child is created, whether the father is there or the father is not, let's get something straight. Whenever you have a baby mama, there's always a baby daddy. All right. So those are still two folks who are going to be responsible for this child, whether he's in the house or not. So therefore, if we say that, why is it that you only show up to discipline? Well, is it because you only call your father or call the father when you need discipline to be done? If the child is living with the mother, if the child is living with the father, you may not hear that. You may not hear it at all, because the father is supposed to be or will be the discipline. Let me take that back from supposed. Let me pull that back. The father is the discipline because he is there. But how often do you hear where if the father is not in the house, do you want me to call your daddy? So therefore, that's where you may get that association from. So let's not say, well, where were you when this? Okay, I may have been at work. I may have been with my child. But the question was, why didn't you do this when you were with your child? At the end of the day, the responsibility comes back to the parent.
I don't want anybody to get confused where this is the scenario that I'm personally thinking of in my head. I'm thinking of a 2-parent household. And, all of us got black mamas. Black mamas going to get on that phone. They're going to call aunties, grandmas, granddaddies, uncles, whoever, right? And the same way that they're going to call and send out that invitation for graduation or birthday or whatever, it's the same way that they'll call and they'll vent about disciplinary issues. And I'm speaking from a standpoint of, I have watched, for instance, I had, rest her soul now, a godmom. My godmother would be the type of person where when my mom's calling you to tell you about the birthday party, and my mom has told me this multiple times that she realized this once I grew up. When it was time to come to the birthday party or the graduation, my godmother was never, ever present. But somehow you have time to come on a lunch break to fuss at me about when you felt like I needed to be disciplined or talked to. That's what I'm saying is the difference. How do you make the time for one, but you're at work during that same time frame, but you won't make, this isn't important enough to make the time, but the discipline is important enough to
isolated, sis.
Again, that sounds like your experience. That doesn't mean it's everybody.
People that have that same experience.
No, that's not the village. And furthermore,